Music. Power. Music power. What's up, peeps? Do you like music? If you don't, you should. That's my only thought of the morning here. Just got to work and haven't really had many subjects for videos because most of the stuff I'm into right now is too personal, but music is very closely related to our deepest meaning here, and there's more of a reason to music than just to relax or to get away from the day. Music should be part of every day. This is the reason why churches, have singing and, well, they used to have dancing and singing. A lot of them still do. And I think in a lot of cultures, and especially in certain cultures that don't believe in, well, I should say socialist countries, or more or less, there are a lot of places where it's illegal to dance. And it's illegal to sing in public. I believe in North Korea you go to jail if you sing in public. And I believe there's parts of China that are like that too, if I'm not mistaken. And it makes me wonder why. Why do people take such a serious tone against music? Because music brings happiness. And music brings liveliness. And after my recent delving into the phi ratio, 1.618, there's very strong correlations plotted on a graph between musical notes and math. I mean, the math can plot all the musical notes. And in fact, I would put a link up to a video the other day, that Spirit Science one, which just fascinated me because they're not only talking about how the notes of music correlate with the mathematics, but how it also creates many scales we're unaware of. There's the pentatonic scales and whatnot, but there's also other scales that we don't use and different notes that we don't use, and some cultures have tried to utilize these. I guess in India they play totally different notes than we do in the West, from what I've heard. I'm not a musical expert. I play music and I love music, but I don't understand really the concepts behind different musical scales beyond what we already know. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, C sharp, whatever, but what about scales that are completely off the chart, that maybe don't even correlate with those notes? Are there any? I don't know. That's beyond my realm of expertise, but I do know that music is a very important facet of humanity, and that through music we can learn to accept things that we previously maybe wouldn't have. In fact, some people through music have been able to change their entire way of being based on the way a band that they like plays. Like, well, this band I like stands up for this, so I'm going to stand up for this. NoFX, a punk band, they speak very strongly against, they're vegetarian, or at least were. I'm not sure the status right now, but them and a couple other bands like Propagandhi, they're very strongly opposed to, anti-feminism and whatnot, and they have, they want women's rights, animal rights, human rights, and a lot of people, kids who ordinarily wouldn't be into these things, hear these bands that they like talking about them, and they become involved. And a lot of activists have become involved because of the things that they become aware of through the music they listen to. So on that note, I just want to say that that's why the lyrics are so important to the music that we listen to, because kids are so easily influenced. And today's music, I'm not going to go as far as some people who say that all the new music is controlled by clones and the Illuminati and everything's programmed. I don't know, but I do know that music has a strong control over people. And if you want to affect a person the way a young person thinks, then you affect their music. So I urge all the youngsters out there who don't know any better to really think about the lyrics of the music. If they're not supporting change, help in at least whether personal or environmental or worldwide, and if they're just speaking about getting more, which is what happened to rap. This is where rap and hip hop divided, and a lot of people don't know this, but if you don't listen to rap and hip hop, but rap promotes a bunch of ignorance most of the time. I'm gonna get mine, I'm gonna bust my gangster, I'm gonna bust a cap. And I've listened to all the gangster rap, so I know. I do. I still listen to NWA, and I listen to Eazy-E, with the and Ice-T even, and I even listen to well, once in a while I even listen to what's his name? Too Short. And he's just the most crude little guy, just the worst lyrics ever. But I listen to it for fun, and I know better. On the other hand, when I listen to good hip hop, like Tribe Called Quest or something, or Deltron, or one of these, can't really think of any off the top of my head. There's a lot of them, but good music, good hip hop promotes good inner workings of personality in people. So there's good music out there in every league, and heavy metal is no exception. Heavy metal probably has the strongest movement, as well as punk. So I love my metal. I was just listening to Slayer on the way home yesterday. My God, I love Slayer. Here I'm listening to a song called Angel of Death, singing along. Yeah. But it's not what people think. It's not promoting an angel of death. And see, that's where the mistake comes, is that the adults listen to the music, they hear one line, and they think they know what it means. It's sometimes music is speaking from the standpoint of the other person, of the bad person. And so it's hard to, unless you understand the band and the meaning behind it, to really decipher that. So anyway, off to work. Namaste.